This isn't a story about religion, regardless of what you see me in. It's a story about human trafficking and complete abuse of power. The Justice Department is calling this a top priority, and Taylor and his accomplice, Michelle Brannon, now face up to 20 years in federal prison for conspiracy to commit fraud and money laundering. You think you know what a cult looks like? Think again. Today, we're talking about a man who claimed to talk to God face to face, but he was really just running a multi-million-dollar scam. The most shocking part about this is his followers were forced to sleep on the floor and work around the clock while he was cruising in his Rolls Royce. Meet David Tyler, a 53-year-old pastor from Durham who called himself Apostle and Jesus' best friend. But the feds just indicted him on something much more sinister: forced labor. Taylor ran a church called Kingdom of God Global Church, and under the guise of charity, he set up 9 call centers around the country. He recruited what he called armor bearers, but what they really were was just unpaid and exploited labor. He forced them to work nonstop, denied them sleep and food, all to raise an estimated $50 million. He's been doing this since 2014. This indictment reads like a horror story.
People found in some of these locations were in need of medical care and refused it. The new court documents reveal potential fraud and major labor abuse. Alleged text messages to victims in the case reveal Taylor and Brannon demanded them to apply for government-funded EBT cards. They would then use those funds to purchase food for the staff. There were also times when staff would not eat or sleep if they didn't raise enough money for the organization. A September 2021 text reads, "Make sure no one eats until these numbers change. If they don't, you'll work until 4 a.m. Tell everyone they are not eating."
The armor bearers had to meet impossible daily fundraising goals. If failed, humiliation, sleep deprivation, and threats of divine punishment like sickness or death. One chilling text from Taylor demanded $50,000 before midnight, promising the top performers could sleep, while the rest will be punished with an all-night study session and a strict diet of just soup, salad, and water. This guy was crazy. And the fact that he had people following him was even crazier. He would even throw water in their faces if they weren't performing. So, $50 million allegedly. Where did it go? What did he buy you as? Of course, he put this money back into the charity. He put it back into the church. He reinvested. That way he could get more of the word out there. No, we wouldn't be talking about this if he did, because that's his job. What he did.
Court records show they used the funds to purchase several Mercedes and Bentleys, a Rolls Royce, a boat, 5 ATVs and jet skis, as well as $10,000 worth of seafood, plus this home in Avila worth more than $9 million.
The Justice Department is calling this its top priority, and Taylor and his accomplice, Michelle Brannon, could be pronouncing the name wrong, I don't give a fuck, now face up to 20 years in federal prison for conspiracy to commit forced labor and money laundering. This is a shocking reminder that sometimes the biggest monsters aren't hiding under the bed. Sometimes they're standing in the pulpit. Let me know in the comments down below the wildest scam stories you've ever heard. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories that'll make you question everything. See you next time. Peace.